Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Spellweaver video. Today we're going to be doing yet another deck spotlight video like I do every week. And today's deck comes to us from Gamerhellborn from the Spellweaver forums. And while this isn't advertised as a budget deck, he didn't send it to me and say, hey, I built you a budget deck. When I took a look at the list, I kind of realized it was a budget deck. It actually comes from, he actually sent me a message saying he doesn't have a lot of cards, so he built it. So, you know, by definition, makes it a budget deck. So I thought we'd take a look at this deck and do a couple games with it. And then at the end of the video, where I normally do kind of critiques of the deck and where I think improvements should be made, I'm going to do that in a separate video in a series that I'm going to start making called Deck Doctor. I've already gotten a couple submissions for Deck Doctor. What Deck Doctor is going to be is if you send me a deck list, I'll make a video kind of going through it saying I like this, I like this, I like this, but I think you could tweak this here and tweak this there, make it better. I think if you do this, it'll run faster, or if you do this, it'll have a better answer against aggro or control. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. So what we have here is we have a tricolor control deck, which I'm personally calling tricolor answers because pretty much everything in the deck is an answer to some form of card. I mean, you've got removal in Fireball. You've got what personally has gotten to be one of my favorite combos in the game. Freeze effects like Frost Elemental and Flash Freeze in combination with Disciple of Zash. I think that's a really fun and really effective combo. We all know in our basic decks we play Frost Elemental and then Flash Freeze, or two Flash Freeze as well. He kind of is the second half of the freeze combo, so I really like that combination. It counters swarm decks with Foundry Engineers and cards like Gnome Power Engineer to give it energy and such. It's got some early game anti-aggro stuff like Jungle Death Trap, Library Guards, and Fireball. It's got big guy removal with Elf Tracker and the freezes and such. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and dive right on into a game here. Let's not play against the AI. And we'll just see how the deck runs. The deck, it's run okay. I've definitely got some improvements to recommend for it down the line. But again, that's going to be in another video. So, excuse me. We're just going to play our first game against Tata. I do and don't want to keep this hand. I do because we've got the Foundry Engineers and the Flash Freeze, but let's just draw again. The mana base on this deck can be kind of awkward. Speaking of which, we're going to send back a Gnome Power Engineer and get a Wisdom Shrine because we don't have one of those. The upside to this deck is, well, even though the mana base can be a little awkward, you only need one color of each, or one level in each aspect. Oops. We're going to play the Rage Shrine for mana, get our Fireball enabled, and we are going to send back the Wisdom Shrine and hope to get a Nature Shrine. There it is. So everything in this deck only requires, some require multiple levels, but no card in the deck requires more than one of each of their designated aspect. So once you have one of each aspect, you're pretty well set. This is difficult. We can send back the Ancient Wisdom. We're not really hurting on card draw right now. We're not going to waste a Fireball on that because I've got no problem with him poking through 3 damage or 1 damage every turn. There's a Disciple of Zash. That's a good card, especially against that to have. So we're going to play this for Wisdom, so that we can play like Library Guards or Lamp next turn. Now, he could have a Plague Vermin for this. He could have a Noxious Fumes for it, but that's fine. Next turn, we just play the Library Guards anyway. Alright, so he's going to swing for 1. That's fine. Next turn, we'll play the Library Guards and have ourselves an answer to his little 2/2 there. Because we have the Because we have the New Horizons, I'm going to play that for mana. I don't need to save it for level right now. Okay, so that's fine. We're just going to pass. This deck's main win condition is Lamp, swing in for 4 every turn. I don't need the Obelisk of Unity. It's nice because it's a cantrip and it's got card draw in it, but other than that, it's just kind of useless. I got no problem trading and turning this into a zombie because I can just attack and kill it. He's not really getting a whole lot of value out of that, at least with the current board, with the way the current board is. I say we just wipe his board here. We'll get ourselves board control, and we do have hand advantage. We have more cards in hand than he does. Not by much, but this deck with its card draw can just outvalue creatures, or outvalue more aggressive decks later in the game, like a lot of control decks do. So we're going to play this for nature, get our nature shrine, play the elf tracker. So now if the elf tracker attacks the undead hydra, he instantly kills him. So yeah, we're going to swing for 2. Now this is a little risky because if he has an answer for the if he has a way of killing the elf tracker, then this is kind of a moot point. But if he doesn't, then our 1/1 is going to take down our 5/5, and he does have. But that's fine because we can answer it in a different way. Hopefully we draw one of our freezes. A freeze plus a ping plus a fireball to that and wipe his board again would be, since we have no other reason to use it. There's a Foundry Engineer, not exactly what I wanted, but not bad, I guess. Library Guards. Flash Freeze? Please Flash Freeze? No. Okay. What we are going to do is we are going to fireball that. And let's pass. He attacks with this. We can double block and ping. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go 1, 2, ping. We're gonna trade one of them away, but we do kill off his Hydra. Now he's out of cards in hand. If we can draw a flash freeze, we pretty much just take this game over. I'm gonna send back the obelisk for dang. And there are my flash freezes. Oh, never lucky. Nope. I guess I'm just gonna play the lamp because the lamp could potentially answer his Dread Knight. What I really need are one of my freeze effects. Like I said, he's in top deck mode, so as soon as we take care of his Dread Knight, I'm pretty sure we just win the game. That's a little annoying, but not too annoying because we can we have easy way to kind of counter that with our Foundry Engineer. But we are going to take 6. This deck doesn't have any life gain in it, so that's a bit of a... because we have nothing else to do with that mana. Draw a card. Disquisitive Spirit, alright, that's fine. And we're going to hold back on... yeah, we're just going to go ahead and pass for right now. That's fine. we are going to block with Disquisitive Spirit. Ooh. We can actually kill it. If we do this, followed by this, with a ping. And that's 5 damage. Bing. Boom. And we draw, okay, a shrine. But he's, like I said, he's down to the just his tombs and what he has on board. So we'll draw a card, get another shrine, we'll draw a card through the hero power, good. Get our library guards, good. Jungle Death Trap. Ping off his dude. Go here, play this. Summon a golem. And look at that, we've got board control right back. Like I said, kill off the Dread Knight and the rest will follow. So, this is pretty, I mean, against probably a more aggressive deck, one of the things that this deck is lacking is a bit of, you know, early game anti-aggro. I mean, it's got some anti-aggro, but not really all that much. It could use a little bit more, I feel. Ooh, there we go. I'm pretty sure this is just going to win us the game. Gnome Power Engineer, kill that, giving energy to Foundry Engineer. Disciple, ping. Make a golem. Everything attack. Kill zombie. Swing in for 4. And I'm pretty sure our opponent might just scoop here. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if he did. I mean, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 damage with the Disciple's ping. He's going to kill off one of my guys with Consume Spirit. Okay. Going to make a golem. We're going to draw a card. There's our Flash Freeze. Ping for 2. Swing in for 8. And we are going to pass play. Alrighty, so he has the Rotting Remains, which at the end of his turn we're just going to Flash Freeze. Ping. And then ping. And swing in with just enough. We're not going to swing with everything and waste everyone's time. Alright, so that was game 1 with this control deck. Let's just dive right on in for game 2. Like I said, there are a number of things I would change about this deck, but I do play, once people send me a list or a deck they want me to spotlight, I play exactly what's on that list, except there was one instance where someone sent me a deck that was like 64 cards, and I reduced it down to 60 just because I like playing decks with 60, and decks with 60 are kind of optimized. So this is a little bit more what I was hoping for in my opener. So we're gonna keep this. We've got a Flash Freeze to deal with his 1 health creatures. We've got a Fireball to deal with his bigger creatures. We do have creatures that we can just kind of throw out for blocks, and we got card draw for when we've used all of our other answers. So first we're going to play this for the level, and then I think we might just play this for level 2. It depends on what he does on his first turn, if he's even at the computer. Okay, so we're going to play the Rage level, or the Rage Shrine. I'm going to send back the Power Engineer just because I don't expect him to have a lot of artifacts or spells. And, ooh, having the shrines for the levels and the mana is good. The deck does play, I think, a single copy of Enchanted Spring to bounce like your library guards and your the freeze frost elemental, I think it's called, the 1/3 that freezes something. I know I should know the name of all the cards. But I'm just gonna enable Flash Freeze and pass the turn. If he attacks with this, I'll just Flash Freeze it. Next turn, if he plays something bigger, I can Fireball that. I can at the end of his turn Flash Freeze this with the and then on my turn Fireball something else that he's played. Or if he doesn't really play anything, I'll just flash freeze this, next turn play a Foundry Engineer and get that ball rolling. So we'll just kind of see. We'll play this for the level, even though we won't be drawing a card, we'll have the ability unlocked. So we will see what our opponent has for us. If you really like control decks, this is definitely a good one to start with. Like I said, it is very budget. I mean, it's the only rares in the deck are the 2 Lamps of Fear and the Enchanted Spring that's in my hand right now. Those are the only rares. Everything else is common and uncommon. And like I said, I will be doing a my deck doctor for this deck. Like I said, deck doctor is something I'm hoping to turn into kind of a regular series. We're gonna hold on to the Enchanted Spring because we don't really need to use it right now, and we're just gonna get the Foundry Engineers out. Because we had the means of actually drawing a card, I kind of wanted to cycle. So next turn we're gonna get a Golem and we're gonna get a Library Guard, which is having 3 speed creatures against nature is very important because a lot of nature's cards are very high speed. Ooh, he's got Dominion in him. That came out weird. So we're gonna go ahead and just play this and draw a card. And I don't want to fireball that, but I kind of feel like I have to. I mean, first off, we're gonna make a Golem. So is this like Dominion? Yeah, this is probably Dominion Nature Elves. Let's see, if he invests all his mana and makes it a 3/4, that means he's not doing anything else on his turn. So we're going to play this. The reason I did that instead of killing this, like I could have, is because next turn he's going to be at 3 mana. If he buffs this up 3 times and makes it a 3/4, then that means he's doing nothing else with his turn, you know what I mean? He's not playing anything, he's not advancing his board state. All he's doing is basically killing paying 3 mana to kill my Library Guard, and I'm fine with that. Especially since I can just kind of either kill that with a fireball, or I can freeze it, or I have so many I have ways of killing that I'm not really all that worried. What I do need to watch out for are implants. So I'm going to draw 2 cards with Ancient Wisdom, and I am actually just going to go ahead and fireball that just because I don't want it to become an issue down the line. And board control is always something good. So we're going to swing in for 2. We have, like I said, we have answers for stuff that he has. We've got the Frost Elemental. We've got ways of drawing our answers. So I'm pretty happy with our position, although not exactly. I mean, that kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? So we're going to go ahead and play this for mana. Get another fireball. Okay. Play this for the card draw, get a lamp, and we're going to draw with Ancient Wisdom, get ourselves a Jungle Death Trap and a Disciple Sash. That Disciple is going to be good, very good, because a lot of his stuff has has 1 health, and it's going to let us kill off his Moon Priestess there. I'm not worried about level because I have the New Horizons. So he goes up to 6 mana using the Moon Priestess's effect. So we'll see what he has. Luckily, that can get... So those are 2... That's 2 Assassinates down. He gives that Swift. But by doing that, so we lose our guy, but he's got to bounce that back to his hand. So pretty much all he did was pay 6 mana to wipe our board, which, again, I'm pretty fine with. So there's an Elf Tracker. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the Disciple, kill off his Moon Priestess, and play the Lamp. Like I said, we do have our Frost Elemental if he plays anything big. Jungle Death Trap is probably going to come out next turn just because of, you know, he's going to be playing low-level creatures, and this can kind of eat those up. There's a 2/2 Skyrider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fun combo. I'm going to freeze that, ping it, and then he resigns. All right, well, that's 2 games with the tricolor control deck, and I know I'm about to make a video saying, well, I think I should change this. I think this could be changed. I think this is this could be better. When I just won 2 games with it, but you know, I was asked for advice, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it. And while every deck can be good, you know, every deck can be better. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, you know, thumbs up, everything you can do. Share the video, share Spellweaver in general. The game is a little small still, but the game was greenlit to be on Steam, and when it gets put on Steam, you can expect a whole bunch of people. Like right now we have 146 people online. I could see it being in the vicinity of like 500 people online once Steam or once the game hits Steam, because you know, YouTubers like to do, hey, I've just found this game on Steam, let's play it. Even the Game Grumps might scoop this game up and randomly try it. Plus, people who look at Steam just randomly go through. I'm included. I like to go through Steam and just be like, oh, what's free to play today? Can I go and see what's free? I like to play free games because they don't cost me any money and I'm cheap. So, you know, what we can do when Spellweaver hits Steam is to review it, give it overwhelmingly positive reviews, because that's a big deal when it comes to games on Steam and those games getting popular. The more positive reviews we can give it, the more people will be attracted to it, and the more people will want to play it. So again, the power of Steam. We don't control Steam. The power of Spellweaver's future is really in our hands as a community, and everything we can do to promote the game will really, really pay off here soon. And as always, guys, may the cards rise to meet you, and bring good RNG to your enemies' enemies.